Hello and welcome to day 2 of Autumn Reset. So this is a series that I'm doing where I'm hoping to do 30 vlog videos in 30 days. And today is the 2nd of April, so I'm doing okay so far. I'm on to day 2, but it's about getting my momentum back with my health the way it has been. I lost my momentum and I hadn't been posting consistently, so I want to get back into the swing of recording videos and editing and uploading and all that sort of stuff. Now, if we haven't met before, hello, welcome. My name is Leanne. I am a metalsmith and an artist with a business called Leanne Allison Designs, where I design and create watercolor jewellery and art for eco-conscious souls. And you'll have to excuse me, I am having a little bit of issue with my voice this morning, so I am sipping tea and hoping that it hangs in there. Good tea. Okay, so if you haven't seen my watercolor jewellery before, basically I take a piece of brass, I cut out a shape by hand, I then coat it with a watercolor ground, which gives the metal sort of a surface that's similar to watercolor paper, and then I paint watercolor paints over the top. I then seal it so that the paint doesn't move, and then turn it into earrings. At the end of yesterday's video, I was working on these daisies. Now, I did smudge one and I was tempted to take that part out of the video, and then I thought, you know what, no, you can see that I do make mistakes and how I fixed it. These earrings, I think they're super cute. I love them. They're one of my favorites. The thing about these is the hardest part, or the most time consuming part, I should say, is actually cutting out the daisy itself. The painting and stuff doesn't take as long as like a bee would or something like that. When I first started making these, I had them on a long stem like I've got my bees on, and I had a stud finding at the top. And I priced them at $75. I pumped everything into my spreadsheet, and that was the right price for them. And I sold a couple of pairs, and that was all I had in stock. So then when I made some more, I thought to myself, okay, I'm not feeling so well today. I don't know that I've got the energy to create any of these studs, and I didn't have any made up already. So I decided to just put those on earring wires. So they were like this, the earring wire and the long stem. So I'm like, okay, well, now that's a different price point because there is a lot less work and material involved in making an earring wire than there is in making a stud finding. I then made a pair for somebody that were just on short earring wires. So again, that was a third price. So I put all this info into my spreadsheet. I'm like, yep, this is how much time, materials, all that sort of stuff. So I have got 3 price points for these daisies. And I'm like, it's not a problem. It's fine. They need to be priced differently because of the amount of work involved. But then I realized that I don't necessarily want all of my earrings to be on these stud findings, which was the case in the beginning. These are a lot more time consuming, as I said. They also use up a lot more material, so they cost more for me to do. When I'm not feeling so good, I can maybe do all the painting, but then I might need some help with findings. It is much quicker and easier and cheaper to get somebody like my friend Linda, who makes earring findings as one of her businesses, to buy some earring findings from her wholesale than it is to find somebody who can make these studs. So they're not a normal size, they're bigger than normal. They have my signature texture on the front. So I would have to pay somebody quite a large amount of money to be able to make these for me. And I thought, no, I will just save those for certain pairs of earrings, and then, yeah, just add earring wires to all the others. So what else do I need to do? I need to work on these Bird of Paradise earrings. They need a bit more watercolor, and then they need ink. I love to ink my Bird of Paradise. I love the inky goodness. It just adds another dimension to them. So I always ink those. I need to finish this bee, and I need to complete this bee. This one I messed up and had to sand back and start again. And then I've got these irises that I've been doing. Now, when I do these on watercolor paper, it's much easier to do the wet on wet and they come up beautifully. When I started doing them on here, the watercolor ground acts a little bit differently. And I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to mess this up. So I haven't finished them because I've been afraid of making a mistake. So basically, I said at the start of the video that, you know, if I make a mistake and I can't fix it, I just sand it back. Why am I not doing that with these? Just finish the earrings, Leanne. Finish them. So yeah, they're on my list for, you know, today or tomorrow. I need to get cracking on those. Now, another thing I want to talk about is that a couple of Fridays ago, I went to Rosebud Library for an author talk. It was by Vicky Petratus, who is usually a true crime author here in Australia. She has also released a fiction book. She's about to release another fiction book. I just read her first fiction book and loved every second of it. But the other thing about being down at Rosebud Library was that I could look through their non-fiction books. Now, I can have books sent from Rosebud to Mornington, but sometimes it's nice to just flick through and have a good look through the book before you borrow it. I found two that I fell in love with. So this book is called Ink and Wash in the Garden, and this book is absolutely beautiful. Some of the projects in here are gorgeous. Like, look at this. So it's watercolors and then ink over the top, which, you know, I love to do. I told you before, I love to do. So I found a couple of projects in here that I would like to tackle. I do love adding ink to my watercolors. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. There was look at him. So there's a butterfly caterpillar. So the first one is, yeah, you paint the caterpillar, and then after that you can paint the butterfly. And there was a, there he is, little cicada as well. He's just gorgeous. He, she, I'm not sure, gorgeous. So yeah, so this one's, yeah, Ink and Wash in the Garden. It's a beautiful book. And the other one is called Painting Nature with Claire, and it's gouache. This one is equally as gorgeous. Some of the things in here are just truly beautiful. I haven't used gouache for some time. Like, that one is beautiful. I would love to have a go at that one. It's just stunning. But yeah, I haven't used gouache for a while. I do like it. I'm a watercolorist because watercolor is a lot more eco-friendly. I can reconstitute the paints. You know, I just spray them with a bit of water, add a bit of water, and they come back to life. You can't do that with acrylics. So I don't like using acrylics or oils because they're not so good for the environment. Watercolors I am fine with. And gouache is good because it's very similar to watercolor. It's just a little bit more opaque. So I really need to get those out and start using those again too. But yeah, so those books, I mean, how gorgeous are they? I was really thrilled to find them. So yeah, I'll do a couple of projects out of each. I might try and do that over the weekend when I've got a little bit more time to just do other stuff. And I will try and remember to record myself doing some painting. I'm notoriously bad at recording myself working. I can sit here and talk to you for hours on end and record myself, not a problem. But yeah, when it comes to actually painting something and showing you, I forget. Just, yeah. Okay, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things, because it really helps me to get my channel out there into the world. And yeah, that helps me to bring you more of my craziness within the studio. All right, I will see you tomorrow for day 3 of Autumn Reset. Thanks again for joining me, and bye for now.